So there's this idea out there of work-life balance, which I've been questioning a lot recently. Basically, it creates this dichotomy between your work being one thing and your life being another thing, which is really bizarre to think about because it assumes that your work is not part of your life, which then creates the idea that your work is not something enjoyable and your life is something enjoyable, right? Monday through Friday, not enjoyable. Saturday, Sunday, enjoyable, right? And people buy into this myth without even thinking about it, right? So I want to deconstruct that today in the way that I look at my life and how I distribute my time, attention, energy. And basically, there is no work-life balance. It's like every part of my life is fun. I just distribute the time, to different parts of my life as much as needed, right? So the way I kind of look at it is the different things that I do in my life are all games. They're all like gaming cartridges. Like, let's say I have a Nintendo Switch or a PlayStation, and I have different game cartridges that I can play at different times of the day, right? So one of the games I like to play is called Business, right? This is the one where I get to add a lot of value. I get to create stuff. I get to help people. I get to impact lives, and I get to make money doing that, right? I put this game, boom, in the console, pretty much every day. And then, every day I also take a little bit of time to nurture my relationships, right? That's another game, right? A game of love, of nurturing, of caring, of support, of emotional bonding, right? Every day I put this cartridge into the console for a few hours so that, boom, I get to play that game because it's pretty fun. And then every day I also play this game of health, right? Where I take care of my diet, my sleep, my mental health as well, going to the gym, right? Stretching. I put this in here because that's a fun game. I like growing in that game. And when I play this game, well, I feel really good. Like my body and my mind feel good, right? So these are the different games that I can play. And notice there's not like a division. Like most people have this division between, their work and like the rest of the stuff. Even entrepreneurs are like, oh, I have my business life, my work, and then I need to have work-life balance with the rest of my stuff. But for employees, sucks. I don't know what to tell you, but your life got basically segmented for you. You have to go to work at certain times of the week and the day and whatever, and you have no choice really. I mean, the 9 to 5 workday is completely made up. It's completely arbitrary. It was invented because of the Industrial Revolution, actually, because of, like car manufacturing. They said, hey, you have to go to the factory from 9 to 5. But now that mostly we're in knowledge work, using our brains, it's like our brains can work any time of the day, on the weekend, at home, at night, wherever, at the cafe, on the beach. Like, it doesn't make sense to segment and work from 9 to 5 at all. So the way I do it is I used my energy highs for the things that I know are going to consume a lot of, like, say, physical or mental energy. And then my energy lows, I plan in activities that help me recharge. So for example, when it comes to like in the morning, 9 a.m. to 12 is a very energy high for me in terms of mental energy. So I plug in my business game cartridge and I play that game, right? And then from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m., I still have a little bit more energy. Mental wise, that's usually when I take my calls that take a little bit less creative energy. I keep the business console in there. And then boom, I unplug that one because at 4 p.m. I really can't think straight anymore. But what really helps is going to the gym. So I plug in this game and I go to the gym. I try to lift a little bit more than I have done before. I play this game, have fun with it, and then it actually recharges my energy, both mentally and physically. And then in the evening, I like to play the relationship game, hang out with my girlfriend or my friend. It recharges my soul. It nourishes me in that sort of, bonding, friendship type of way. And then boom, and then that day I've played all 3 of these games and it was really fun. Well, that was not intended. So that's how I look at my typical day. And then we could also, invent other games that are kind of on the side as well, right? You could say like hobbies, / travel, right? For me, like I like, playing group sports, volleyball, rugby. I love traveling, right? So of course, throughout my week, throughout my months and year, I plug this game in there and play that pretty often because it's a really fun game, right? So I don't look at any part of my life as something to be avoided or something to just do enough of so that I can do the other things. Like every game is equally fun. It's like I bought a Nintendo Switch and I have Pokemon, I have Zelda, and I have Mario, and I have whatever, NBA Live or, But it's like every game just gets swapped in, swapped out, and they're all fun. And I'm constantly leveling up in each of them. And the cool thing is they actually complement each other. So the better I get at the game of business, the more money I have and skills I have to implement towards the other ones. And the better I get in health, the more money I make in business. And the more money I make in business, the more I can travel. And the more I travel, the more, who knows, friendships and relationships I make. And my relationship with my girlfriend improves because we're doing cool adventures together and stuff. So every game benefits every other game. So this is the model that I use to think of my life and how I split up my time. And there's no division, there's no duality, there's no this is my life and this is my work. It's like these are the different games that I play, and this is one of the fun things that I do. This is another fun thing that I do. There's another fun thing that I do, and here's another fun thing that I do, and everything's fun. Nothing is have to do. I just do them at the time of the day that suits me energy wise, and I divide up my week. Like I don't do weekends, right? That doesn't make any sense. Weekends is a made up concept, right? A week is 7 days. We can argue that that's a made up concept as well, but let's just say a week is 7 days. I mean, I just take all of those hours, 7 times 24, and divvy them up into how many hours do I want to contribute to business? How many hours do I want to contribute to relationships, health, and hobbies, right? And then I just divvy them up. For example, I work Monday through Wednesday. Thursdays, I focus on my health and relationships. And then Saturday, I do a bit of business, and then I focus on hobbies and outdoor sports. And Sunday is a full day of relationships with my girlfriend. So like, I don't look at it as like work days and off days. It's like every day is just divvied up amongst the different games that I like to play in proportion to how much each area is needed, how it would benefit me, what kind of life I want to live at that stage. So that wraps it up. I think I said the same thing like 18 times, but this is, in my opinion, a way better way to look at life than like work-life balance or like on and off or like, business and rest or whatever the case is. Look at everything as a fun game, and then you won't want to escape any part of it. And then you can just design it the way that suits you the best.